Hello, this will be my vlog. My new student dialogue was the gender stereotypes, the boys don't cry. And I thought this was a pretty cool thing to be involved with. You really get a sense of um, how people really felt about these things that are so common in our society. The dynamic of a group was pretty good. There was a lot of people that put their input in, and you got some new perspectives on things, which you never really might have thought of by yourself. The But there's of course a few people that don't say anything at all, and they're of course in every group of large people. They just kind of sit there and do their own thing. But some of the questions were um, the role I played in the group was I wasn't the most vocal person in there, but I did share my opinions on certain things, and people were very attentive listeners. You know, even the people that weren't actively engaged in the group, they wouldn't like blow you off. They would still pay attention. And of course, you get the head nods and stuff from people. And there was a guy and like another guy and girl, and they were very vocal in the group. And the leaders of the group did a very nice job, I thought, of keeping some of the discussions going and keeping everything moving. The little um, thing we did on the whiteboards was to show like what's most important to us or what skills we have and what skills we don't have. I thought that was pretty cool too. And another question was the the component of the C1000 for this I thought was it was a pretty useful tool in just seeing how everybody has a different opinion on everything in life, you know, and just because you have one thought on something doesn't mean that it's particular to everyone else's thought. And I just thought that it was a pretty cool way of doing it in a group setting like that. Everyone sits in a circle, you know, everyone just has their own thoughts and feelings on stuff. And the one of the conclusions that we came to is when everyone got up and the instructor read off some questions, like, for example, if a man is crying, are you more willing to console him or walk away from him? And if you went one way, you went to the left, or the other way, went to the right. And for the most part, that many people were more uncomfortable with consoling a man crying, or rather than a female. It's I guess it's just the way that things go in society that people really it's not really acceptable for a man to be in public bawling his eyes out. But some girls even said that they weren't really particularly fond of consoling a female who was crying either in public. That makes them feel uncomfortable. I think for the most part it makes a lot of men uncomfortable to console another man in public. Like we came up with like there is special circumstances for a man to express his emotions, and some of those were like after a sporting event or a funeral or a wedding or something like of significance. But if you're just in the middle of I don't know the public and you're just bawling your eyes out, and people are gonna kind of not know understand why you're doing these things. But the I agreed with the one kid that he was saying how after he played his last football game that he bawled his eyes out, and I can completely see where he's coming from with the me playing basketball in my high school career. My last game, I was very emotional myself, and people didn't seem that much of a problem with men being emotional in these circumstances. And but it just seemed like we came to the conclusion that women can really cry whenever they want, and no one seems to look down on it because they're just known as more emotional people. But of course, there is men that are very emotional, over emotional, and there are women who are over emotional that flip out at any chance they get. So yeah, it was overall a very good experience, I thought, and I was dreading it to go to it at first, but once I got in there, I thought it was very interesting. And overall, I think it was a very good thing to have in CU 1000. But that'll be my blog, and thank you.